I'm live, papi. Let's see. Let's see what looks better. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to get on live real quick. I'll do like a pick a pile, pick a card. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do it about yet, um, but it's gonna be a pick a pile. So let's start off with pile one. Will be this little flamingo bobblehead. Let's put it over here. Pile two will be this Chapin Colorado. And then pile three will have this Lily of the Valley fragrance oil. See, I'm not sure what. How about let's just do what Spirit wants you to know. I kind of wanted to do like a pick a pile for maybe like who's like the characteristics of your next lover, your next committed relationship, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. Maybe I'll do it next time. But I guess we'll just do what Spirit wants you to know. So okay, so we'll start with pile one. So everyone who's getting on the live, please share, subscribe, like the video. Okay, so for pile one, we're gonna do the flamingo. Okay, so pile one, what does Spirit want you to know? So for pile one, what does Spirit want you to know? Quick messages for pile one. Okay. So for pile one, what does Spirit want you to know? Okay, so they're making a big emphasis on you're probably someone who, in this current stage of your life, you feel like you see things very black and white. Someone who's not very flexible when it comes to your thoughts, specifically your thoughts, or maybe even the way you move, the way you take action. Very black and white, very stiff, very set in your ways, very stubborn. Okay. This also shows me here, and it's speaking of someone that it's really hard for you. Like you have to take a lot, like you have to put a lot of effort to make friends or to even be part. So like say for example, if you get invited to places, 9 times out of 10 you're not going. just because it's really difficult for you to connect. People, big crowds, give you anxiety here. So it's like a big block in your life, a big challenge. But in the near future, there's gonna be an opportunity that's gonna come up for you. That spirit would like you to be open to. Um, at times, being stubborn is not a bad thing because uh, with stubbornness also comes someone who's able to keep a momentum because they're so focused because they want to accomplish something. But this sometimes it could get, it can get to a point where it's exaggerated. You're doing it too often, too much. You become very rigid. So and perhaps even you have like because of this rigid way that because this feels kind of like this is something that happened over, maybe you were already, maybe you're a fixed sign, so like that would be Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. So these signs are naturally, if you're one of these signs or have a lot of like of this in your chart of these signs, it does naturally make you a little bit more stubborn than your other, your other people around you. But and there's nothing wrong, like I said, with having some of that quality because it helps you achieve. It helps you kind of like keep a momentum going. But like I said, this feels like you kind of stay stuck there, and it's not helping you. Like it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to develop, to evolve, right? So maybe maybe you felt like you had to be this way because someone who's been let down. I'm seeing something. I'm seeing someone who's upset because they're being let down. Or you feel like you're always being let down by the people around you. So anyways, that's something else. So yeah, I was seeing an opportunity here. I was gonna show up for you. Um, when it has to come, so I feel like this is gonna be some kind of test or an opportunity. Like it feels like it's an opportunity, but it's like also kind of like it's mixed with a test. It's kind of like, okay, are you gonna take it? Maybe you've been asking for something. Um, maybe you're someone who's, like I said, doesn't really get out of their comfort zone. Is probably home a lot. Doesn't like to socialize. Um, but yeah, maybe you've been deep down. You've been asking for for this to change. So it kind of feels like spirit's gonna give it to you, but they're just kind of like watching and seeing what you do. Like they're gonna present it to you and see if you take it. It's kind of like it's kind of a test for yourself to see if you because I feel like you you don't deserve it. Maybe that's why maybe that's why it's hard for you to bond with people. Maybe you feel like you don't even deserve to be around people for some reason. So like I said, it's some kind of test here. So a lot of about communication here. I'm seeing someone here who so the people who are tapping in for pile one, do you, because this feels like someone who, it kind of feels like someone here who's trying, who like it's one of their, so they know they have this issue where they isolate a lot. Um, so you're aware that you have this problem. Um, so this kind of feels like because you're asking for it, like I said, it's like spirit's gonna present an opportunity and and they're gonna see if you take it right. But it's like you've been asking for, I feel like you want spirit to push you. Like you're looking for, um, You want to get out of your comfort zone. You're asking spirit to put you in places and situations where this happens because you want to face your fear. So I feel like, um because I'm seeing someone who's in a stage and they're giving like a class. I'm seeing like some kind of like speaker, like a motivational speaker. So maybe you're someone who's gonna, it's gonna be your first time, or maybe you're looking at ways where you could, develop this kind of skill. So maybe you're going to, and then now I'm seeing like seminars. Um, okay, let's keep going. So what does spirit want you to know? So if you've been asking for this, this is coming. Because I also see like you being kind of like, in a group and you're taking lead. So you're purposely, how do I word it? You're taking that extra, you're going the extra mile to put yourself out there, to be in leadership roles, even if you're scared. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so this kind of feels like, so once you're in the situation where you are taking, because I'm seeing like some kind of magic happen here. It's like this story that you tell yourself that you can't do it, or that you were telling yourself because you are trying to put yourself in a position where, you're in leadership, you're motivational speaking, things like that. Um, it's like all the thoughts that you tell yourself prior to that, they're just, they're just stories that you're making up in your head. It's like the little devil in your ear, telling you you can't. Um, so it feels like once you actually take initiative and you are in the situation, it's like all of a sudden, like, you transform into this other, like, it's like your true self, like, starts to shine through. Like this, all this fear starts to fade. It's like you turn on, you use like this switch that happens, right? um it's like you have it in you. It's just that it's like you have to put yourself in this mindset. So it feels like you've had this mindset, or you've been in this lower negative state for so long that you kind of forgot that you can switch it. Like, you have that ability to just kind of flip the switch. um and you become this other person here. I feel like once this happens, you're gonna be shocked that you can even do this, or you can do it this well. Because I feel like you already know this, and I feel like if there's people that are there that know you, they're even gonna be surprised. They're gonna be shocked. Like, where did this come from? Like, where's this confidence coming from? Is what they're gonna say. Um, yeah, it's like you're constantly like in the middle. You're like in the middle between two worlds, and it's like you for the most part you choose, because it's a decision, right? Like you decide what kind of day you're gonna have, right? Because of the attitude that you decide to to be on. So for like a long time, you've been in this kind of gray, sad, bitter, even kind of energy, attitude. And it's maybe because you're not fulfilling something that you want to fulfill. And this has something to do with your voice, um, your leadership qualities. It's like you shy away from it because of low confidence, or like I said, the little devil in your ear telling you that you can't. Um, and you're upset about it a lot. It's like you're not using your natural born talents here. And because you're not using them, it's like your soul, your spirit is like upset. Upset like a lot. There's this skill that wants to be utilized. But once you tap into this energy where you're speaking, you're telling stories, you're giving advice. It's like you transform, you light up. And that's what your soul is craving. Oh my god, you know what's funny? I just noticed. So pile 1 was the little flamingo, and then the card here, let's see if you can see it. It's a little flamingo. There's a flamingo on it. Can you see? Let's see, maybe if I put it in the back here. Look. There's a little flamingo. I'm not sure what flamingos represent, but I'm not sure what the spiritual association is. But they do sleep with one leg up, right? And one leg down. I mean, they have really long necks, so I mean, do they talk a lot? Do you know if these animals speak? Seems like there's a little hummingbird on it. So I feel like, let me see. And the hummingbird, I mean the flamingo has a crown, so it's kind of like, I feel like this is like I said, this is where you shine when you speak. And I feel like it just naturally flows. Like when you get on, you're on. And with the hummingbird being here, I feel like there's something sweet too, something sweet about this. Maybe you're really good, the way you speak can be very sweet, very enchanting. I heard delicious. It's like people like to hear what you have to say. Yeah. Okay. So that's what you need to know for pile 1. Let's see. So for pile 2, let's see. For pile 2, we got El Chapín Colorado. Hopefully you can see it. It's a little bobblehead. Okay. So for pile 2, what do you need to know? What's next? Or I mean, I don't know what's next, but it was more like, what do you need to know? So I forgot to say, yeah, so good luck to pile 1. Good luck on that conference meeting. I heard conference meeting. That leadership role that you're about to embark on. Okay, so for pile 2, what does pile 2 need to know? Pile 2. What does pile 2 need to know? What does pile 2 need to know? Okay, already I'm getting, for people who chose pile 2, you might be a mother, or so I'm getting more like a mother. Someone here's a mother, or leans a lot into their feminine, even if you're a guy. Someone who leans a lot into their feminine energy. You know, I was also getting someone who's not, like males who are not like they don't tap into their feminine energy enough, and because they don't, you're so I'm getting like someone like feeding off of, like energetically feeding off. So maybe like people who, guys, or you can be a girl too, you know, women can also like lack this, but lack feminine energy, or like tapping into their feminine, or there's like a wounded feminine energy here. um and because there's a lack here, you need to like kind of drain people, the people around you, right? Because something that's like a void, that's like there's an empty void, right? So it needs to be filled. So it's kind of like giving vampiric energy. So that's what I'm getting. So there's some kind of so this is kind of this feels like a situation. So the people who picked pile 2, this feels like um there's like a lesson here that you're just not learning. Okay, like you have this negative, you have there's some work to be done here. Like you refuse to look within. Okay, it's gonna be that kind of reading. Someone here is not. Okay, so this feels like so I'm getting here someone who likes to lie, if I'm being honest. Like a liar, or someone who likes to twist truths. Or they lie in the way where you say half truths, you don't say the whole story. So you manipulate it in a way where like you only say half of the story, because it makes, or you leave out certain things, because when you leave it out, it makes you look better, makes you look good. I also see here like a lot of problems with a mother, um, or you have a problem being, you have, how do I say it? You have like, because there's an issue that's going on currently in your life, you're not able to be there for your children. It's hard for you to be a good mother. Like you're not present enough, or it could be the opposite. You're too present. Like you smother them. Like there's like an imbalance here of the way you mother. It's like it's either one extreme or the other. Either you're too much in their face, or you're just completely out of their face. Um, and it's because it feels like you're just living life kind of like you kind of kind of like zoning out. You're just kind of like not there. I feel like sometimes you don't even realize like how bad it is, or it could be, because I started to see like the police. So this could be a warning um for anyone who's watching. The warning of 'cause I see like CPS, I see the police. I actually also see like people watching you, like nosy neighbors. I see like nosy neighbors. It feels like for someone who's watching here, man, I mean, I have to say it. This feels like someone who's gonna, in the next, and I feel like saying in the next couple of months, even years, There's gonna be some sort of when it comes to the way you parent, um if you don't start to kind of like take care of business, I see jail, I see CPS, I see like something needs to be teared down for you to get some kind of wake up call, if I'm being honest. um this can also be a message for someone who, maybe someone around you who's acting like this. Like if you know someone who maybe even a neighbor that you know, but someone who's close to you, you know they're just not being a good parent. Very neglectful here. Because I was kind of seeing also like the smothering, but that's the, like the most dominant energy I was feeling was like someone who's very neglectful of their children. Um, that's actually causing a lot of harm. Like these kids, the kids, because I feel like there's multiple kids here. Um, so if you are the mother who is being this way, how do I say this? Pretty much like you really need to take a good look in the mirror. Um, the kids, like if the kids could say something, they would definitely say like um, they feel really sad, and I feel like they also see that you're very sad, so they're kind of picking up on like. So I feel like one of your children, it's kind of very understanding, or very not understanding, more like empathetic. They're seeing and they can feel it. So like in a sense, they kind of feel like maybe one of your kids, they try to help out a lot because they see, but this is not healthy because it's not the children's job to be taking care of the other ones, you know. I mean, those are your kids, you wanted to have them, so um I mean, this kind of feels like a tough message because it's kind of like if you don't get it together, I do see the kids being taken away from you. um so if you know you're struggling, um get help, reach out to someone you trust, or maybe even reach out to the community, reach out to um, someone that you trust where you can talk about this, and find a plan or find a way where, because it seems like a mental health issue, right? Like when the mother's not present and not doing what she needs to do, which, taking care of the kids, there's something going on with the mom here. The mom needs, you need help. So the message is, you know look for help, reach out, like you're not alone. um because if you decide to just not care, dismiss it, I do see like the law getting involved here. Okay. Your kids do deserve, you know a healthy mom, a happy mom. And just think about it like this. You know if you had a mother that was very, you felt probably like you were neglected. I mean, just think about it like, well, why are you following, if you disliked that so much and damn near maybe even hated her for it, why are you doing the same thing? Why are you not doing better? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so this kind of, yeah, so again, this kind of feels like the message here is like, what do you need to know? Pretty much get it together, because it does show here of someone who deals with addiction, so someone very neglectful. So maybe you do like to, um, indulge, and forget. Indulge and forget your responsibilities. Um, so there definitely needs to, what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, that's pretty much the message. Like, get it together, because if not, I mean, there's always consequences to bad actions. Okay. And it could possibly lead you and the kids down a road that you wish you could have avoided here. Because if they do take away your kids, you know, that's like a big life. That's very that has to be very traumatizing for the kids, for the mother, for the family, and all that. So, good luck. Um, I hope you take this message serious and get the help that you need. Okay. And with the fact that it was Chapin, Colorado, um, hopefully that doesn't get you too angry. Maybe I hope the message didn't get you too upset. What the hell's going on in the comments? Now y'all gonna start to come out. I will destroy the altars of the wicked again. Okay. Pile 3 with Lily of the Valley. Let's see, what do you need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? Okay, I feel like this is a message of hope. Someone here who believes in hope, deeply believes in. Someone here whose faith is growing. Oh. Okay. What do you need to know? So for pile 3, I heard the rose that grew from the concrete. You know that saying? These cards I fell on the floor. Okay, so see what the message is. Okay, so I did say it was a message of hope, right? Or someone whose faith is growing here. I feel like because of this faith, that has grown quite a bit, that you've been working on. Something about your faith is connected to your creativity here. See, hold on. I'm sorry if you can hear SpongeBob in the background. My kids are watching TV, so hopefully it's not too loud. do they need to know? I got completely. So maybe you're someone who just gets distracted. So this pile, I feel like maybe you're someone who just gets distracted by things around you very easily. There's always something. There's always something up here with you guys. It's like someone who's trying to figure out how to. So maybe you're someone who has struggled before with like your emotions, like your feelings, your thoughts, like everything distracts you, right? So you're trying to learn how to zone it out, how to kind of like keep your eyes on the prize, kind of like stay strong and sturdy, even though there's like a lot of things going on. So you're maybe multitasking. Oh my god, multitasking. Maybe like I said, the emotional part. Maybe because maybe that's like a self-sabotage behavior or situation that you've had here. Again, with so maybe you self-sabotage in this way where there's like a hiccup in something that you got going on and you just let that shit destroy your day or just like give up, right? But you're learning how to ignore this. If it's not something that's not an emergency, you're learning how to just kind of like keep it moving, you know? Like not give it too much of your attention, your energy, because it doesn't really matter. Because I do see like, what do you need to know? It's kind of like maybe something that you've been working towards. Maybe you've been working towards it for a while. And you're wondering if it's gonna reap, like if it's gonna have like fruits, right? And I'm pretty sure before all these damn cards fell, I had said something about creativity or something growing. So maybe you're trying to grow a channel or some kind of hobby. Maybe you want to turn it into some kind of business, and I do see that happening for you. I do see it growing. Again, just having faith and dedicating yourself like every day in some way to this art, because it feels like it's something artistic, maybe even something seductive. Let's see, what do you need to know? Yeah, so there's like a big emphasis here on like not letting like you just being aware that certain things don't require for you to give it attention, because this could be draining you and kind of like getting you off track. Okay, let's see, what does pile 3 need to know? I seen someone who likes to ride bikes, or maybe the act of riding the bike, but I'm not seeing it for like exercise, more kind of like for maybe that's how you get creative through the wind, because if you ride your bike kind of fast, the element of the wind helps you kind of like your thoughts free flow. So you start to get messages and creative, like you get inspired, like you get inspirational hits when you're in the bike or the wind, or at least the wind. I saw a bike. You can also do it with the car, but I saw specifically the bike. Maybe it's just something about the bike that you like or that helps you. Or maybe it's like killing two birds with one stone. Maybe you do like to ride your bike, but you also get creative hits. Or if you don't do this, maybe you would benefit from it. Maybe it's a way where you can kind of like give yourself some time for yourself. So maybe you're just very busy. And you don't really have time for yourself because you're a mom, you're a dad, you work 2 jobs or whatever it may be. It's like you can create like like a new little religious, or like this somehow put this in your day to give you time for yourself. Maybe even if it's during the day, or like when the sun's out, it's like, okay, you get a little exercise, you get some sun. Because now I was starting to feel like, okay, you need the sun, because I was getting messages of like the maybe you stay up a lot, like at night, and it's really hard for you to wake up in the morning. And it's probably because your sleep schedule is all messed up, because the circadian system is messed up. And a good way to like kind of like reset that is um first thing in the morning is getting like real sun. So like, don't look at your phone, don't look at those screens. Like, you need to get out there and actually see the sun, right? So you'll get the sun, you'll get some exercise, and then you'll get the benefit of inspiration with through the wind. That's also something you need to know. Something simple but very beneficial, because some people don't do really well meditating like in quiet. I mean, some people can, anyone can, but maybe you just get really, like I said, very impatient. Like, you just can't sit still. So the bike would be a good alternative, like a different type of meditation, a different style. Okay, so for power 3, what do they need to know? Let's see. Also, be careful of toxic positivity. I'm not sure if you know what that means, but it's pretty much like someone who isn't aware of whether fucking up, or there's no accountability um, on yourself or others. It's like you turn everything into something quote unquote positive, when you know damn right it's not a positive situation. It's actually it's harmful to be this way. It's like you just choose to ignore. So that maybe when things get hard, you choose to kind of go that way, instead of kind of like dealing with it. Again, it's kind of like you slip out of reality for a bit, because you can't handle it. Maybe you do need a little bit, so you do need more, so you need to ground more. Like, you need to feel connect. So I see like an imbalance in the energy that sits in the base of your spine. They call it the root. I feel like there's like a huge imbalance there that has to do with a lack of security, um, lack of energy. Again, that's probably why you deal with staying up at night and then not being able to wake up in the morning. So that's something you should work on. So there's simple ways that you can rebalance it. Like, you can say affirmations. Um, Actively, like, if you're someone who spends a lot, and you don't have a savings account, or you deal with like overspending, um, that will really start to mess up that energy. Even if you have more, even if you do have money, but there's just like either there's a mismanage of money here, um, or because I'm seeing a couple things. Either if you're like struggling to make ends meet, you do have to figure out a way where you can create another stream of income. So you feel safe and secure. But then I also see the other side, where it's like someone who like overspends, that's actually like messing up your stability, and it's starting to affect you. So yeah, so that would be another way to balance it, is like saving money or creating another stream of income. The affirmations. There's certain yoga poses that you can do as well to help balance this. Um, Even scents. There's a specific scents. I'm pretty sure frankincense is one. But if not, you can look it up. There's, you can Google it. Um, Exercising, I did mention the bike, so getting a good workout in and getting a good sweat. And meditating, because you need to ground yourself, okay? Alright, so I hope that helped you guys. I'll see you guys later, okay?